everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to another Facebook Live session with Vinous Reverie wine merchants.
Hi everyone. We're tasting some domestic wines in honor of 4th of July. A couple of wines, Gewurztraminer from Oregon and a Rhone blend from Central Coast. So wines that are kind of specialty of France, but we got a couple experimental winemakers domestically trying to
Made in America.
Made in America, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, so what are we starting with? The Gewurztraminer, right?
Yeah. From Foris.
Okay. So this is from Rogue Valley, Oregon.
Yeah.
Near the I'm going to say it wrong, Siskiyou Mountains, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Rogue Valley, that's the area that's closest to California. It's in southern Oregon.
Okay.
And I think it's just less than 10 miles from the California border. So yeah, it's on the Rogue River.
Okay.
And there's some mountains and valleys in there. Sometimes it's warm enough where it's kind of Mediterranean climate. But a lot of the vineyards are pretty high elevation, over 1,000 feet in elevation. So
yeah, no, I saw the pictures. It's like very beautiful, mountainous, and it's green.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is on the border of California, but it's much more lush.
Yes.
Than I think the views that we're used to seeing. Cool.
Yes. So we'll talk about the grape,
okay.
Gewurztraminer. I think it's the grape that everybody loves pronouncing.
Gewurztraminer.
Yeah. So
So it's one of my, I like this grape a lot. I was reading that it's not very common. This is kind of a rare grape varietal, Gewurztraminer. It said that there were only around 20,000 acres of Gewurztraminer in the world, which I found hard to believe. But tell me more about this grape.
It's most famous place that makes it is Alsace in France. And it's a region that specializes in aromatic grapes, Riesling, Gewurztraminer, Muscat is another grape, Pinot Gris. So Gewurztraminer, it's a grape that has typical aromas are lychees and roses. And I read somewhere, and I think it's true, a casual wine drinker recognizes Gewurztraminer faster than any other grape because it's so distinctive in its aroma. But it's funny, I was just smelling it, and there's a little bit of lychee.
No, it smells, very much lychee, rose. It smells very nice.
Yes, but it's not overpowering as some other examples that I've smelled before. And so it's a wine that attains alcohol very easily. Many examples are 14+% alcohol for a white wine. That's a lot. And it doesn't attain acidity. That's kind of the negative.
Yeah, and that's why I heard that's why it has that kind of sweet. Even though it's not a sweet wine, it has the illusion of being sweet because it has that high alcohol, low acidity.
Yes.
And high alcohol, low acidity wines tend to come off as sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean, this tasting notes I wrote down were rose, lychee, grapefruit, like a citrus, pineapple, sweet ginger, like that crystallized ginger you have on scones. It's very nice. So it's not sweet, but it definitely has the kind of illusion of sweetness. So
this has nice acidity to it.
Yes, I think it's balanced. Sometimes you have wines that are just a little too sweet or one note, but this lingers on your palate, so that's always a sign of a good wine.
Yes.
And it's balanced for sure.
On the second sip, more of the typical Gewurz flavors are coming up. So I was actually doing a little research on background. So Gewurztraminer, it's the same grape as Savagnin, which is southwest France.
Okay.
And the same grape as Traminer.
Okay.
Gewurztraminer.
Okay.
So the only difference is between Gewurztraminer and Traminer. In terms of DNA, they're the same grape, but Gewurztraminer has pink skins.
Oh, that's literally the only difference?
Yeah,
okay.
And I guess it's very extreme pink skins. Like sometimes it even confuses winemakers who are not used to working with it.
Okay.
They think there might be something wrong with the grapes.
It's a pretty grape. Oh, I want to grow that in my yard. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's cool climate enough for us, but.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, Alsace is the most famous place that makes Gewurztraminer, and you need a cooler climate to attain some of the acidity because overall the grape itself doesn't have enough of an acidic backbone. Alta Adige in the northeast Italy in the Alps. That's another place where they have some nice examples of Gewurztraminer. Austria and Germany have a few examples.
Okay.
And typically in the New World, it's too hot. Australia, California and stuff like that. But Oregon,
It makes sense.
yeah, so there's enough, I think, places where it's cool enough for the grape to attain acidity and have a nice overall profile.
Yeah. So this vineyard, Foris Vineyards, up in Oregon. I did look them up a little bit just to get some background on this American winery. So they're owned by the Gerber family since 1976, and they specialize in Alsace and Pinot varietals because they know that their microclimate suits those varietals.
And Gewurztraminer is actually a descendant of Pinot Noir.
Okay.
So there's another connection between the Pinot.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. I mean, I did want to say, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Because I wanted to get into the food pairings.
Oh, so another interesting thing that I came across. This is not like factual, but there's a thought that it's a guess that a lot of during Soviet Union, a lot of the sparkling wines Gewurztraminer was added to the blend to give it a lot of perfume. Because that was kind of the style that was like in the Soviet Union, wines on the sweeter side were preferred, and I think Gewurztraminer gives this impression of being sweet with its kind of floral and fruity aromas that it was added into the sparkling wine blend.
Okay, so you said this is not a fact. This is kind of like a rumor. Is it from the Soviet Union? Where did you hear this?
Yeah, I was reading from Jancis. So
Jancis Robinson, the British wine critic. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure she was there at that particular point of time, but that's it's an anecdote.
Okay.
So I don't know how
that's
much.
That's super interesting, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, anything else before I switch over to talking about what I think to pair with this for food?
No, I think we covered like kind of Gewurztraminer, Rogue Valley, and this producer. So I think
this is a fantastic producer. I think this is a really good example of Gewurztraminer. A lot of times I've had Gewurztraminers, it's too sweet. This is very balanced. And I got really excited when I saw that you wanted to have this wine for our tasting flight because I'm always in charge of the food pairing list. And, this wine has so much flavor in it and it's so exotic. I think that the cuisine and, typically they recommend more exotic flavors in cuisine. But specifically, I was thinking of a bistilla, which is a Moroccan kind of chicken pie, which is really not a very good description of it. I think, so it's basically like a phyllo almond dough chicken pie, but it's, it's like got cardamom, cinnamon, saffron. It's a very exotic, nuanced flavors in this dish.
Yeah, and it's a savory pie, but they put powdered sugar on top of it too.
Yeah.
So they added like a sweetness to it.
Yeah, so it's very complex. It's a complex dish, and it's got a lot of the same flavors as this wine. I think that there's white, sweet ginger in this wine. I think there's kind of rose and sweetness. So I think it'll be very interesting with that dish in particular. I don't have it here, but I was thinking about that dish, and I was also thinking biryani, which is basically again, not a good descriptor, but if you don't know what biryani is, it's like the Indian version of paella. But again, raisins, nuts, very saffron, subtle flavor. So I think that this Gewurztraminer would go great with those two types of dishes.
Yeah, Moroccan dish. I think the fruit, not the fruit flavor, the food, the actual bistilla. And the wine will go excellent together.
Yeah.
And it feels like it would be just decadence, like you get this sweetness on both ends. Yeah.
Well, I mean, why not?
Why not?
Yeah. For $14.99, this wine is spectacular. It got 91 points, Wine Enthusiast.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I think this is a fantastic wine. So
yeah, they named it Best Buy. So
yeah, it is a Best Buy, obviously, for that price. So great.
Yeah, so that's a cool overview. Gewurztraminer from Oregon.
All right, awesome. Well, what's the next one we got going? Why don't you?
All right, next one is Le P'tit Paysan. Um, it's a Rhone blend from Central Coast. So Central Coast is like a very wide region. It goes from like Santa Barbara all the way to Santa Cruz Mountains, and there's 40 appellations within it. So it's not like a micro area. There's a lot of different,
Got a lot of land
a
here.
lot of land. Yeah,
Okay.
it's everything basically along the Pacific Coast Highway. All the vineyards across it, it's part of the Central Coast. And here, as you can see, you have a picture of Pope talking to a chicken. So Chateauneuf du Pape is obviously
reference.
it's a play on that.
Yeah.
So,
But
so
why
this
the chicken? Oh, we don't know.
I don't know why it's chicken. Yeah, yeah.
I shouldn't ask questions. But okay. Yeah,
It's,
it's just funny. Yeah, it's funny.
I think it's tongue in cheek. I've seen some of the other labels. To me, they're trying to be funny. I'm sure there's an explanation behind that.
Okay.
Yeah. But the winemaker's Ian Brand, and he was. It's the interesting thing about him. He kind of has this nomadic lifestyle. Actually, I was reading up about him. He reminded me characters from On the Road.
Jack Kerouac?
Correct. Yeah.
Kerouac
Yeah.
type.
Yes. He started out like in Connecticut. Then he graduated college in Vermont. He joined the Peace Corps, moved to Alaska. Then he helped out with the Utah Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah, he bummed out and drove to Santa Cruz and just was just living in his car.
He's lived many lives. Okay.
Yeah, and then he also was helping with the juveniles. He ended up working for Bonnie Doon,
Okay.
the famous eclectic Santa Cruz winemaker, Randall Graham, before finding his own winery in Salinas,
Okay.
which is Steinbeck country. So you got another literature
Literary. Yeah.
reference. Yeah.
Okay.
So and on top of all of that, like to round up his story, San Francisco Chronicle named him 2018 Winemaker of the Year.
That's very cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons they did that is that he's trying to create quality wines in the middle range. So he did not the premium Napa Sonoma wines that go over $100 per bottle, nor the mass-produced Central Valley wines that they try to make them as uniform as possible.
Right.
He's trying to make quality wine in that kind of the sweet spot, in that $15 to $25 quality wine. And this is it. We retail it for $23. You got 93 points from Wine Enthusiast, and
91 points Wine Spectator.
Yes.
So it's not just one critic. I mean, it's multiple kind of. It's highly reviewed from both places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's test it out.
I'm hurrying up on the last one. And so this is a red blend.
Yes.
I forget what you called it before. You called it the MGS, or what did you call that?
GSM.
GSM. Okay, I got it all wrong.
Yeah.
So Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre blend, right?
Yes, that's a typical Rhone blend from southern Rhone in southeast France, and they have a little bit of Counoise, which is another grape. One of I think 7 or 8 red grapes that are allowed to be part of the Rhone blend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. It smells very nice. It smells like plum and strawberries. It's got like nice color. Let me see. Let's see how it tastes.
Well, slight spice maybe.
I think it's leathery, and it's definitely got some. This is gonna sound weird, but it tastes good, like a tomato cranberry. Like a very savory. It has sage, like herbs on there as well. So it's very nice.
Well, especially in Rhone Valley, garrigue. That's a big term that they associate with.
So tell me, what is garrigue?
So garrigue is a lot of these like forest herbs.
That's a tasting note that you see when you look at wines. You see garrigue listed on there, and for the longest time, I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, and it's a tasting note associated with Rhone
varietals.
Rhone varietals.
Okay.
So varietals from the like Chateau de Pape or even Languedoc, where they make the same blends. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so
it's like damp earth kind of notes.
Yes.
Which really pair well with kind of savory meats, steak.
Yeah. So this is a nice wine.
Yeah, this is very nice wine. Kind of makes you hungry.
and it's a very good representation of a Rhone wine. It's not a California fruit bomb. I mean, there's fruit on it, maybe even some dark cherry on
Yeah,
there.
no, there's some cherry on
Yeah,
there. Yeah, but like I think garrigue, leather, sage,
yeah,
herbs. This is very nice. I did see when I was I don't mean to jump ahead,
yeah,
but I was researching this winery. So the winery is called I Brand and Family after Ian Brand,
yeah.
obviously the owner, operator, winemaker. But I did see that he had several other catalogs of wines. So this is part of the Petit, I guess, group or
Le P'tit Paysan, yes,
Paysan. So he has a French collection of wines that he makes. Then he
yes,
has a California collection of wines that he
yes,
makes. And then he has, I forget what it's called, but it's like a Spanish collection.
yeah.
So he makes in like different styles.
La Marea,
La Marea, which I think is super cool. I mean,
yeah.
he looks like a real pioneer, experimentalist, trying to learn wine, and he's trying to make in different styles. So,
Well, La Marea, it's interesting because he's trying to do a single varietal Spanish expressions.
mm-hmm.
And one of them is Albarino, which is probably the most famous white grape from Spain, and the other one is Grenache,
Uh-huh.
and this is a Grenache blend, but this is part of his French collection, and actually in Spain it's Garnacha. It's the single varietal expressions that they do in Spain.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool experimentation, and it sounds like a lot of these things that he's touching, he's making quality wines out of them. He's finding these like old underused vineyards all around Monterey County and surrounding counties, Santa Cruz and stuff like that, and he's just kind of looking for gold mines and trying to
Yeah, well, I
make good
think he's
wines out
doing a
of them.
great job.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. San Francisco Chronicle's Winemaker of the Year, right? So
this is
well
excellent.
deserved. Yeah,
This
this is
is
an
excellent.
excellent wine for $21.99. This is, I mean, this competes with wines that are far exceeding this price range. So it's an excellent buy.
Excellent expression of Rhone blend.
Yep, delicious. Okay, well, I actually don't have anything else. Do you have any more notes on these two wines, or?
No, this is good. I think we covered them pretty well. I think these are great examples of wines to drink on 4th of July holiday.
Yeah.
Some great domestic expressions from pioneering winemakers on both ends, the
Yeah.
Gewurztraminer and the Rhone varietal. So.
All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.